Hey, it's Luke. I just want to do a quick video here with trying out Electrum, the plugin from United Plugins. And most people use this on a guitar. It's an amp sim. But I wanted to try it out on an electric piano. I use a lot of electric pianos. I do mostly deep house music. So basically, the first thing I did here is I added a utility just to bring the gain down, just to trim down the gain, because there's a way to do it here in the plugin, but when you switch the presets, the output is a lot louder than the input. So, and when you switch a presets, it jumps all over the place. So I just brought it down, so it's pretty close, so we can compare the original sound and the this is the one with Electrum on it. This is just one of the plain presets, clean Saturday Funky Man. I love the sound of this. It just adds a little bit of, I don't know if it's depth to it, or it just adds a little bit of, I don't know, it's nice. It adds something deep to it. And I like playing around with that tremolo here, especially on the electric piano. See, the rate here, we'll bring the rate up just so it gives a little bit more of a basically just adds this little stereo effect. Actually, if you remove the stereo, I notice it'll do a little bit more of a, there we go, that's typical tremolo. This has a nice little sound to it if we just had a little tiny bit in there. And the interesting thing I found on this is there's presets for the whole plugin, but there are also presets for each of these. So it's sort of nice to be able to switch, let's say switch cabinets, but without switching the whole preset if you like the rest of it. This one's a little bit harsh for what we're doing here, but let's see, round and soft might, yeah, this one works. So basically, I'll play around with a couple of these presets, maybe switch a couple things. You're able to turn them on. You're able to switch the order that they're in. So you can do the amp before the modulation. You can run the cabinet before whatever you want to do. The delay on here is beautiful. There's something about it that, I don't know if they're using some sort of ducking or side chaining with it, or it just happens that way. But I find that when you have it on there, it just has this, it lets the original sound through, but it adds a nice delay. So I find it, yeah, you can just with the basic, let's just do one of these presets. Ping pong for chords. That sounds like exactly what we're looking for. And we'll do a sync on here too. Make them a little bit longer. And I like these, the vintage seems to add some, I don't know, it's just a nice little deep sound to it. So anyways, so the depth I'm looking for a lot of the time with this, right? With deep house, a lot of the time I'm taking out the high end, so I'll do something like this. And I'll just be using something deep in the background. And I find that, I don't know, it lets me change the sound in all kinds of ways, but all in all in one tool. So we'll play with a couple of these presets and yeah, see what we can make this sound like. But it's nice and clear. It's nice because you can use this, and then if you want to add some modulation to it. Ooh, that sounds really nice, the chorus actually. A little bit of tremolo. Let's get rid of the stereo on here so we can just have the... Yeah, it's a little bit too slow. You can sort of... gives it a little bit, just movement, even if we do this slow. You can get a little bit of just movement in the sound as it goes through. It just, I don't know, it does some beautiful stuff here. And the gate we don't necessarily use on this because there's sound throughout, but it's nice to have that in there. The compressor, let's see. Oh yeah, and I'd heard about this compressor. You've got a bunch of different presets, but you also have different types of compressors in here. So, and this dry wet here means we have a bit of parallel compression too, so you can mix the compressed signal. All right, let's look at a couple more of these presets. Oh, okay, this won't be as my deep house stuff, but it's still interesting to listen to on. Oh, this is actually interesting because it's actually starting to sound like a guitar here. But yeah, you've got a whole bunch of presets, and they're set up with they're categorized in here too, which is sort of nice. So for the ones I'm using, I'm sticking with the clean ones, but this one sounds really. It's not doing. You can sort of tell it's like. It's almost rounding out the sound a little bit. And let's go back to the modulate. Oh, that sounds beautiful, actually. This is my favorite one out of everything here. I played with a whole bunch of them, but this one and this delay, I still love. So. Oh yeah, this is good. I'm actually going to save this. I like the sound of this. So yeah, basically, yeah, that's Electrum. You can play around with it. I just did the trial here for the 15-day trial and see if it can work. But I'm actually really liking the sound of this. I think I'm going to use this a little bit more. So yeah, that's Electrum. And thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.